I never expected that robbing the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States would be this easy.
All right.
Then they bribed a small guard and entered the surveillance room. After easily taking out the security on duty, they grabbed the heavy weapons from the cabinet and then directly cut off all the surveillance equipment. And just to be safe, they even took out the guard they had bribed.
What do I do?
Nothing. My part's over.
After doing all this, they started loading the money into the truck, but at that moment I happened to pass by. I instantly sensed that the lobby was way too quiet, so I walked over to take a look, but I didn't know that I was already being watched by the lookout. When I noticed the bank door was locked from the inside, and there was still a pool of blood on the floor, I immediately realized someone was robbing the Federal Reserve, so I urgently called for backup. But right then I suddenly noticed someone was aiming a gun at me. Under their intense gunfire, I didn't know what to do for a moment, but at this time the leader of the robbers was getting anxious, because my sudden appearance wasn't part of the plan, so they had to activate Plan B, since hacking the Federal Reserve System still needed at least 5 more minutes. The leader's Plan B was to sacrifice his own teammates. He ordered 2 of his unsuspecting guys to drive the armored truck out, to attract the police's attention, and before they left the female robber, even secretly gave them a small bomb. Just like that, they suddenly drove the armored truck out. Watching bills flying everywhere, and the robbers covered in flames, I was completely stunned. And the police cars arriving for backup didn't know what was happening, so they didn't dare make a move, and the lookout was still firing at us non-stop. But then the leader suddenly raised his gun and aimed outside the window. But his target wasn't me. It was the teammates who fought for him with their lives. And the reason was simple, because the hacker had already breached the system and planted the virus. They needed to retreat immediately, and to avoid leaving any evidence for us. He wanted to personally kill his teammates before leaving. Then they reached an abandoned escape tunnel. Even though we rushed over, the robbers were prepared. They quickly opened the steel gate and escaped through the tunnel, and even locked the door again before leaving. What made it worse was that in the following hours, they used the stolen Federal Reserve confidential data to make over 100 million transactions. And the most crucial part was that after succeeding, they vanished without a trace. We had no idea where to even start investigating. But then one day a robber suddenly delivered himself to us. It turned out Jack crashed his brand new Lamborghini into a tree, and he was sent to the hospital. And the officer handling the accident received a call from us and learned that the driver in front of him was a murderous and heavily armed super robber. He immediately got nervous, and the robber also noticed the officer's strange expression. We rushed to the scene, but unfortunately the officer's shot didn't hit the robber, and instead went straight through the female doctor's abdomen. The robber was now holding a hostage in the corner of the ward. I wanted to negotiate first to free the hostage, and try to convince him to become a witness. But Jack knew how ruthless the leader was, so during the negotiation, Jack suddenly tried to